Hello and welcome to the Arkansas Weather Blog. We are your ticket to big weather events from mild to wild. It's March and a lot of things can happen. 1994. Does anybody remember what happened? I think it was on this day in 1994. Or is it 90? No, it was 94. I think there was almost 2 feet of snow in Harrison. It was 1994, I think. And it was just a cold rain here. But the snow was so heavy and wet, I think that there were even roofs that collapsed in north central Arkansas because of that. So you can get some crazy things happening. I remember the cutoff line was around Clinton with that snow and rain. But anyway, let's fast forward to the present because we have got the threat for strong to severe thunderstorms tomorrow night, Thursday night, and into Friday morning. There are a couple of things I want to stress. First of all, it's northern Arkansas that's got the threat for some strong thunderstorms. And this, at this time, I'm recording this Wednesday, March 8th, does not look like a repeat performance of the past 2 events. Again, at this time, it does not look like a repeat performance of the past 2 events. I think the main threats will be hail and then wind. And it's mainly northern Arkansas because we've got a strong boundary coming into the state. Weatherbell.com, the GFS. Going to start this off at midnight on Friday. Don't forget the time change this weekend. We spring forward 1 hour. We'll be springing forward with winter weather. Oh, I'm getting ahead of myself. Anyway, 60s. There's the front. You see 40s north. You know, there's a boundary, and there's going to be a disturbance, and I think that there's going to be the chance for a couple strong and severe thunderstorms. Okay, so these are snapshots. This is looking at the temperature at a given period, and I know these numbers might be difficult to read, but let me just show you, and I'll tell you what they're showing. You see that these are 70s, and the oranges and the yellows are 60s. Then you get into the 50s. So this is Friday at noon. The colder air is coming in. So we'll fast forward here to, let's go to Saturday morning. This is at 6 a.m. Saturday morning. 40s, 30s. You see this colder air coming? It's in the 20s across areas north and east of Arkansas. Let's go to the afternoon. This is something else. I mean, this is just, after what we have been through with all this mild weather, severe weather, we've had 13 tornadoes so far this year in Arkansas. And just over the past, 9-10 days, I think we've had 11 of those 13 tornadoes. And now we're going to deal with cold air and wintry weather. I'm not kidding you. Not for everybody. Not for everybody. 30s. It's showing a temperature at 6 p.m. on Saturday, barely above freezing in central Arkansas, below freezing across much of northern Arkansas. Granted, the GFS is the colder of the models. But there's the boundary towards the south, and yes, there is moisture. 6 o'clock, I'm sorry, this is at midnight. We're at freezing. 20s north. Unreal. All right. There's a wave of moisture coming. Let me back this. I'm going to go back. Forgive me. I'm backing up, and then I'm going to show you precip types. All right, so this is at midnight on Friday. There's the front coming through. Showers and thunderstorms, northern Arkansas. Again, we're not looking at a repeat performance, but there could be a stronger severe thunderstorm. We don't want to overlook that whatsoever. Friday morning, 35-degree line is in blue, 32-degree line is in red. Here comes the Arctic air. Here comes the wave of moisture. This is Saturday morning at 6 a.m. Again, this is a model. That's all this is. It's just a model. And this is the colder of the models. I'm going to show you the European in just a second. This is at noon on Saturday. The peach is sleet. The purple is freezing rain. The blue is snow. That's at noon on Saturday. And this is not long range stuff. This is short. This is considered short range, folks, in my opinion. It may be overdoing this, the southward extent of this by Saturday at 6. I think it's overdoing the southward extent, but I do think north central, northeast Arkansas, yes, that's sleet, freezing rain, and snow. I have a hard time believing it. I really do. But this is what every single piece of data shows. And there's the snow north and east of the state. I mean, every piece of data showing this. There's the low. I mean, and it's a perfect setup. If this was happening in January or February, I I would accept this as, yeah, this is going to happen. But here we are in March. Why not? This is at midnight. Moisture's coming to an end. You have to remember, we're looking at increments of 6 hours. So this is the moisture over the previous 6 hours. So this is looking at 6 p.m. Saturday to midnight Sunday morning, and it shows it getting into central Arkansas. I am not ready to buy that just yet. I know. All right, now the European. This is from EuroWX.com. EuroWX.com. This is Friday at 6 p.m. Temperatures 40s far northeast to 60s far southwest. This is milder. This is not as cold at first glance as the GFS, and that's why I kind of buy into this scenario a little bit more. 6 a.m. Saturday, still cold. It's in the 40s. Let's go and look at 6 p.m. And remember, at 6 p.m., the GFS had us barely above freezing, while the Euro has us at 40. I mean, it's still cold, but you can see the GFS is the colder model. But it's still got temperatures in northern Arkansas. You see this black dashed line here over the area that saw the EF2 tornado? Yeah, 32 degrees or colder. 33, 34 degrees. I think this is within the realm of possibility, everybody. And then this is Sunday morning at 7 a.m., 20s below freezing in central Arkansas, 20s north, 30s south. Now, what about precipitation? Give me a second here. Let's go back. We'll back up to, this is noon on Saturday. We'll look at precip type, showing rain. The pink is a mix. You see that in the corner of your screen. The blue is the snow, northeast of the state. And then I think this is more of the likely scenario. You see a little mix across north. It's a cold rain. I mean, it's a cold rain for most of us. But by 6 o'clock, you see a mix across, especially the higher elevations of northern Arkansas. And then by Sunday morning, it does show as it ends, there could be a little mixture as far south as central Arkansas. You think that Mother Nature's laughing at us right now? I mean, after one of the mildest winters we have ever had, we get into March. And I said this, I remember saying to Janelle after a weathercast, I said, it would be so typical that as we get to the first day of spring, and it's not the first day of spring, but awfully close, something like this would happen. And we'll see how this pans out. It's Wednesday, March 8th. This is all Saturday, so it's not like it's a long-range thing, everybody. So let's recap. Storms Thursday night into early Friday morning, mainly northern Arkansas. Does not look like a repeat performance of the past two events, but it does bear watching. Then we have the cold air coming in, moisture on top, mainly a cold rain. We'll see if there's a changeover Saturday evening across northern Arkansas, and if anything does develop further south, that's still, into central Arkansas, that would happen early Sunday morning. The time changes this weekend. Wow, lots going on from mild to wild. Snow way, huh? Thank you very much for coming to the Arkansas Weather Blog. We are your ticket to big weather events.